Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? Back again with another episode of Peep Game TV. It's your boy, Aarick Urban. If you're from Syracuse, this man needs no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. This guy, there's been a lot of talent that comes through these. We're on Marshall Street right now, by the way, back at my alma mater. And it's, you know, Syracuse is a basketball town. It's been a lot of dudes that can hoop that's came through. You know, we got Mello, we got Billy Olins, we got the late great Pearl. And a lot of these guys are good, but there's like a certain edge and a certain passion and fearlessness that I'm attracted to, that Syracuse ballers are attracted to, and we notice right away. And this guy brings that every time he steps on the court, and that's why he's a fan favorite. That's why he's always going to be one of the favorites and go down in Q's history. So I'm here with my man Aarick Devendorf. It's the Aarick and Aarick show today.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate you having me on, man.
Thank you for doing it. Thank you for taking the time. And yeah, I want to get this off my chest before we even start. I just appreciate you, reaching back, because people reach this status and, they seem to forget like the stepping stones and how hard it is to reach that plateau. So I just want to thank you for reaching your hand back and helping someone like me on the come up. And just for doing this interview, so I appreciate it.
Oh man, it's not a problem. Everybody got to start somewhere, man. And if I can lend a helping hand, that's what I'm supposed to do. So for sure.
I appreciate it. So how's your summer been? What you up to on campus right now? Just working out?
Man, just been trying to relax. I got back from New Zealand in June, early June. So since then, just trying to spend time with the fam and the kids, and trying to stay in shape. And we'll see if I go back overseas or if I make the transition to try to stay over here and coach. So kind of in that process right now. But we'll see what happens, and just continue to stay positive about things. That's the only thing you can do, really.
For sure.
So,
you gotta always stay positive.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy is a family man. Every time I contact him, he's with his kids. Is your girls into basketball? Are they watching? Are they at that age, or are they too young?
No, they're 8 and 6, so they're. Okay. They're definitely into it. With my oldest is into swimming, so
okay.
Whatever keeps them active and busy and out of trouble. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's a lot of stuff that can distract kids nowadays. So having them involved in something positive is always a plus.
Exactly. Yeah. You got the next Olympian.
Yeah,
right?
Hopefully, man. Yeah, for sure.
So you're here in Syracuse. You're originally from Michigan.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back a few years ago. What attracted you to Syracuse University? What do you like about the city in comparison to your city, Michigan? What do you think about Syracuse?
Well, actually growing up, I committed to Michigan State when I was a sophomore in high school. Yeah, so, and actually when I saw the national championship year, 2003, Syracuse came to Michigan State and played. So I was at the game and I was able to watch, Mello and G-Mac and Hakeem and those guys. And, right after that game, I told one of the guys who was helping me out at the time that, I think I want to check out Syracuse. So, shortly after that, I decommitted from Michigan State and, contacted, the coaches up there. They came and watched me play at an open gym in Detroit, and they offered me a scholarship right there. So, it was kind of a no-brainer for me being able to see their style of play and how they played, fit me in my style of play. So, when I got up here, it was kind of a perfect match. And then the assistant coach at the time, he was from Michigan, so I had some roots here already, coming here. So, this is the choice, and that I'm glad I made it. And I'm just happy that I was able to be a part of something so special up at Syracuse University in the basketball program.
Right. Basketball is everything here. Like I said, It's such a big tradition. This year we lost a lot, but we added a whole lot. Have you seen the new recruits or worked out with them? We got this kid Andrew Wright coming from Nebraska.
Yeah.
We got Matthew Moyer, a long forward, Torian Thomas, Tyus Battle. We got a bunch of new cats coming in. So have you seen any of them? What do you think of this season coming up? SU's always reloading. I feel like it's out with the old, in with the new every year. So what do you think about the team next year?
Every summer I'm up here, working out with the guys, and so I'm able to see, beforehand, before everybody else, how they play and what they're like. And you know, this group is really no different from the groups that come in before. I mean, they're a talented bunch. Obviously, we have more than years past, but I haven't seen Andrew White play, but I've heard a lot about him. So the addition with him, a 6'7" shooter, being able to stretch the floor. I don't know, he shot over 40% from the three-point line. So this group is talented, man. It's a lot of buzz this year going around. And then we got the transfer 7'2" Pascal, holding down that middle, and then with DC coming back. So team was the Final Four team last year. We have that experience. They know what it takes to get there. So I think they'll be great, man. Every year I'm gonna be biased. These are my guys.
Me
so,
too.
But I think it'll be another deep run in the tournament for sure. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited for this year.
Me too. Yeah, my brackets every year. If they win or not, they win in the championship on my bracket. So I ain't winning no money.
Yeah, right.
Let's talk about basketball in general. I asked all the hoopers that come on this show. Basketball teaches you a lot about life. There's a lot of life parallels, whether it's knowing your role, whether it's playing as a team, whether it's working on your craft every day, putting the hours in. What do you think basketball brought to your life or taught you the most about life in general?
Well, basketball has brought me, unbelievable things. I've met all my connections through basketball. Able to branch out to other things because of the people that I meet through basketball. I was able to, travel the world, 15 plus countries, and open my mind. And a lot of people are closed-minded or narrow-minded people, but and a lot of times it may not be their fault because they're not able to experience a lot of things that I was able to experience, or someone else may have been able to experience traveling around the world. So just those little things like that people might not look at, being able to experience those things and then coming back here and obviously today what's going on with the issues and stuff like that, I'm a very opinionated as far as that goes, and to be open-minded about those issues that's going on today is a pretty serious thing, because if you're closed-minded to them, then it always seems that there's going to be a negative opinion in towards that stuff. So just little things like that, giving my mind that openness and be able to experience those things that are kind of like one-in-a-lifetime things to experience and traveling the world and seeing different cultures and things like that. And then, like I said, just all the relationships that I've built that will last, forever. So basketball has pretty much brought me everything, and to rely on something for so long and get so much out of it is a blessing. So I'm pretty happy about the choices that I have made through basketball for sure.
Definitely. And I was going to touch on that. You see this guy on the court with so much passion, going to the hole, talking smack, all this stuff. But then I follow him on Twitter. This guy is so socially aware, social conscious. He wants justice, he wants peace, he wants better for everyone. And you might not see that, on the court, but you can't judge a book by the cover. And I was wondering, is that just a part of growing up, the maturation process? Or was that, traveling the world, maybe that helped open your mind? Where does this just socially aware side of you come from?
You know what? It's a little bit of both. I mean, obviously change is it's going to happen regardless if you wanted to or not. I know you can change for the good or you can change for the bad. I decided to change for the good. I mean, like everybody, nobody's perfect. But, some things I wanted to work on. When I went back to school here to get my degree, I took up meditation. And right now I probably shouldn't be doing this consistently as I want to, but that side opened my mind, along with traveling the world, being able to have a different perspective, and not just my perspective, being able to view it from every angle and whatever the issue may be, and kind of looking at it like that, because you can always have a perspective from your shoes and your point of view, but if you haven't been able to be in that person's shoes and for you to have a opinion about something that they went through is, it's being closed-minded. So for me, that helped me, able to look at every perspective and every angle as far as, issues go and things of that sort. But man, just being able to be like that, I think makes you a better person, because now you can look at things that people are going through. Everybody goes through them, everybody suffers, everybody wants to be happy, everybody wants to, have success. So, when somebody's going through something, it gives you a chance to, kind of step back and, they want the same thing as me, and I have to be aware about that and respect, the stuff and the grind that they're going through, because, we all going through that grind and through those ups and downs.
Right. So since I got you here, I'm gonna talk. Everyone's talking about it. I want you to get your thoughts on Colin Kaepernick, and not just him, because we had Melo. You know, he gave a powerful message early in the summer, and then we had LeBron, CP3, D Wade. They all stood up and give this message. What do you think about athletes in general? You know, speaking on political issues, because again, like me, everyone has an employer. Everyone is representing something bigger than themselves.
Right.
But we're also individuals, and we have our opinions. So it's kind of that balance of speaking your mind and knowing what you're speaking for. So what do you think about athletes using their platform to send their message?
Man, I think it's great, and as far as the Kaepernick thing goes, I support him 100%.
For sure.
Just because people aren't looking at it from every perspective, just like we talked about it, and they don't know the history about the anthem and all that. If they could go back and if you research it and look it up, it's right there, and it shows how it's not for everybody. And people say he's not oppressed, but he didn't do it for himself. It's not about him. He did it for all the people that can't or aren't able to get on TV and get on that big platform and say that say what a lot of people want to say. So. Man, I support him 100%. And there's a lot of people who come up with stuff, and you know what? I think a lot of people may do it just because they don't want to have the repercussions of keeping it real. And
exactly.
And so that's why I respect what he did, and because he did it for the right reasons. And I support him, man. I mean, I don't want to get into it too much because I know I could go on and on about the history and the facts of it, and people ignore those completely. And he wasn't the first one to do it. I mean, Jackie Robinson did it.
Exactly.
You got, a couple of track and field, Jim Brown.
Sure.
So the list goes on. And then on the other side, Donald Trump talks about hating America or it's not in a good place, and then people applaud him. So, I mean, you could really get into minor details if you really want to get technical about it and go into it, but people are not trying to do that.
Exactly.
They just like I said, they only looking at it from their perspective, respect the country, but at the end of the day, if they talking about the vets, the vets I think it's maybe almost 30% after the war are homeless.
Right.
So you going to fight for a country that's not even helping you when you come back. You know what I mean? You can go into Syracuse in the corner and see people with signs, some former vet or and they on the corner. So, I mean, they fighting for you, but you're not giving them anything in return. You know what I'm saying? So, it's people gonna come up with stuff, whatever they want, but at the end of the day, you know what is right, you know what is wrong.
Exactly.
And it's not. And white people, when they say oh, it's all lives matter, but it's not. They're not trying to people aren't trying to get that across. We're trying to get across. People are trying to get across that it's about this about black people, how they're treated right now, and the injustice. Like, we understand that all lives matter, but that's not the issue right now. The issue is about how blacks are being treated right now, and the injustice that they face, which is really out in the open and for clear as day to see. But
it's been happening forever.
Yeah, and people just they just want to ignore it and don't want to be in reality, this is what it is. You know what I mean? But
you choose what you want to.
Yeah. You choose. People got perspective hearing and seeing, and all, selective hearing and seeing and all that. So it is what it is. But you just gotta, like Colin Kaepernick did. You just gotta do what you can. And when you're on a big stage and able to get it out there, and you see, what he'll always have people supporting him. So if they cut him or whatever they do, somebody will be like, what, come here, we got you.
Right.
So,
for sure.
So he did that, and I think it was a bold move on his part, and I support him.
Yeah, for sure. I support him too. I support any athlete standing up for what they believe in.
Yeah.
These owners and whatever. At the end of the day, you're making them money. They see you as a means to
it's
make
like a
them
hobby
money.
for them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you're a pawn. So I support anyone that's standing up and preaching and doing what they got to do to better humanity. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I know you're a busy person. I'm gonna get you out of here, but once again, I appreciate you joining me. I I think we gotta get you like a speaking gig or something because, man.
Oh yeah, I like doing that, man. I just, you know, voicing your opinion, keeping it real. That's
yeah, because you're one of the realest guests we've had. Just voicing your opinion as far as athletes and just the world in general.
Yeah.
So thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's a wrap for episode 7, Peep Game TV. And if you know someone that you think would be a good guest on Peep Game TV, drop me a line. We'll see if we could work something out. We'll chop it up, do whatever. Aarick Devendorf, Aarick Urban, Peep Game TV.
Appreciate
Next
it,
time.
Man.
Yep.